Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the mineral extractor and junk extractor. So these two items are in the game. We've had them in the game for quite some time. And basically the mineral extractor will extract ore out of the ground. And junk extractor will extract junk out of the ground passively while you play the game. Now, there are many sites where you can find minerals. Basically, when you go around the Wasteland, you see these holes in the ground and you'll see various types of minerals. But each hole will have just one mineral in it. And when it comes to the junk, you'll see these piles of junk that are just kind of laying around in every so places. You'll find them in certain workshops where a lot of people will claim a workshop and they will build a junk extractor or mineral extractor, and they'll be playing on that server for quite some time and they will protect it fiercely. So where I am at right now, it's a fairly new camp. It's right about here. And this is just to give you one example of many. But when I came here just the other day, and as you guys know, I am always low on copper. So I found this copper ore that was in the ground. You'll see these little kind of hollowed out kind of areas all throughout the Wasteland. You know, there'll be crystal, there'll be oil, there'll be lead, gold, etc. But this one here just happened to be copper. So anytime you place your camp on a site where you'll have a vein like this, under your resource section of your build menu, it'll pop up an extractor like this. Okay, so this is the mineral extractor. 1 circuitry, 1 copper, 1 gear, 3 steel, and it'll just pop up automatically. It does require power. Produces 20 per hour. Must be placed on a copper deposit in this case. So whatever deposit you find, it'll look exactly the same, but it'll be for that mineral. Okay? Now, the other option to this is called a junk extractor. It looks exactly like this, but it's kind of like a bluish in color. We'll get to that very soon. Now, I do have my generator, my box generator that's up there, and it does require a wired power connection. Your extractor does. Okay. Now, if you walk up to this, now we can lock the extractor, and I highly recommend that you do, because if you're on public servers, people are people, and they will, and if it's not locked, they'll take all your ore. Okay. Now, as an example, I'm going to take the copper ore out. Okay. And what's good about these mineral extractors, just go to your chemistry workstation here, and then you go craft. And then you go down here to smelting. So whatever ore that you have, in my case it's copper, so copper scrap times 3. And in order to smelt, all you need is acid. Okay? And acid, and then a certain number of copper ore, which is 3 in this case. But what we discovered early on, and a lot of people, experienced people will know, that if you have a perk card called Super Duper, it's under luck. Okay? It'll work out for you most times, but again, this is a 3-star. Craft anything, there's a 30% chance we'll get double results. We'll apply that. And we're going to go craft, we're going to go back to smelting. Okay, copper scrap times 3. We're going to craft what we can. Okay, so there you go. So we hear that sound, which means the super duper kicked in. Let's back out here. And let's see how much copper scrap we got. So we got 15 copper scrap out of that. So you see, having your camp near or on top of these deposits, it's really worth its weight in gold, so to speak, or copper in this case. All right, especially when you're low on certain items. So That's pretty cool. Just don't forget to put your perk cards back, as you guys know I'm pretty bad at that. So that is the mineral extractor, and again, this is just one example of many. Okay, and look, it collected one already just from that time. And again, highly recommend you lock it, and the way you lock it, you should go to your build menu, of course, and then you highlight it, and then you see at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you see light LT in my case, and you can lock it up. All right. Now, if people want it, if they want it that bad, they're going to take it anyway. But I always recommend to people, you know, if you want some, just ask. Just message me and I'll give you some. Right? You don't have to steal it. Let's get something to eat and drink here before we carry on. There we go. All right, so let's go to a junk extractor. Another one of my camps that I have. We're going to go right down here. Good old Ships Ahoy. We're going to fast travel down here. Now, I'm hoping there's going to be some in here. Okay, so this is the camp I just made, I would say maybe about a couple weeks ago. And this is the junk extractor. But you'll come across various locations around the Wasteland. They'll have like this junk in a pile. Okay? And again, the junk extractor, when you place your camp on, you know, in or around, like this little junk pile is within your camp area. Again, you go to your build menu. You'll be under resources. And you see there's your junk extractor. 1 circuitry, 1 copper, 1 gear, 3 steel. Again, requires 10 power. Must be placed on a junk pile. Alright? So that's pretty cool. And it just automatically pops up. It's nothing you have to buy or find the plan for. It just automatically pops up. So I have my box generator up there. And again, it needs a wired connection. And it will passively collect junk while you play the game. See? Okay? Now, I just collected this one just the other day, but it does collect a lot of junk. A lot. And all I do is I just collect it. When it's near full, whatever full is, I just know it collects a lot. I just go to my scrap box and I just scrap it all. I really wish I would have not collected that the other day, because I wanted to show you. The list just keeps going when you scroll down. It's really worth its weight in gold. The junk extractor by itself. Okay, so let's go. I believe there is a map. If you go under the Fallout fandom, I'll see if I can find the link and put it in the description. But it'll actually show you a map of where a lot of this stuff is. All right. Let's go to a spot just to kind of give you an example. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to sacrifice one of my camps because I'm going to move this particular camp here soon anyway. So we're going to activate this camp here. We're going to, so that way there I can kind of move it around. So where we're actually going to go, let's just give you one example. We're actually going to go just up here. And it's just to the northwest of Anchor Farm. So let's fast travel to Anchor Farm. And we're going to go towards that destination. Now, those of you who've been playing the game for a while probably know the destination I'm talking about. That guy's on top of the roof over there, see him? Let's go towards the destination. So anyway, this particular location... Oh, who's that? Just one sec. Scavenger trade. Let's trade. What do you got here? What do you got? Okay. Sometimes they'll come across these folks and they'll have rare outfits on them. This particular location, there's a trailer. And there's usually some scavengers or raiders around it. Let's keep going here. Right down here. And this is what the junk pile will look like. And again, you'll come across these junk piles everywhere. And some workshops, not all, but some workshops will have a junk pile, and people will claim the workshop. just to put an extractor on it, and they will they will be on that server for a very long time, just so they can get the junk or whatever, or deposit that happens to be there. So this is the little place I talked about, and who's here today? Raiders, okay. So let's open up our menu here, and we're going to move our camp. Just so you can... It's in the red. Let's see if it'll... Okay, so there we go. We can't include that that trailer, of course. But we include that junk pile, as you can see there. Okay? Let's go ahead. We're going to accept. Alright? And now, all you got to do, first, when you come across a pile like this, make sure it's within your radius. You just open up your build menu, and there you go. There's our resources. And there's our junk extractor. It just sits on top of it, just like that. Okay? You just place it in there. And again, it does need a wired connection. So let's go ahead. We're going to go to our build menu again. We're going to put a generator up here. So we need at least 10 power. Generator, Jim. Put this guy here like this. And then we need to wire it up. Just like that. Just like that. So now, if this is where I choose to keep my camp, it'll collect junk from this junk extractor, and that's how you place it down. It just sits there. Just puts there, goes there automatically. That's pretty cool. All right, so let's go to a mineral that I was kind of looking for. I'm kind of on the fence because I already have a junk one. So I did find a lead deposit. We're going to keep this one active, and it's right about here. Now, you come across a lot of lead veins, but to find a lead deposit, I have been having a hard time trying to find them. We're actually going to spawn here at the unfinished mansion. And we'll make our way up the hill, and then down the hill towards that lead deposit. There we go. Alright, so let's get going here. And again, this is all going to be time-stamped, so you don't have to, you know, watch me run and fight things off if that's the case. But you can, you know, more than happy to follow along. Try to provide you some good entertainment along the way. Okay, these guys here are back. Let's take care of these cultists. These cultists are usually here. Usually 3 of them. And he's standing there bleeding. As you can see, I was here not that long ago. And these guys are back real quick. Really quick for some reason. Alright, let's keep going down the hill here. And it's right here. You'll see, you'll come across these little deposits in the ground, even if you've been playing the game for a week. Okay, if you've been around, even through the forest, you'll come across these little, kind of these holes in the ground. So here's a lead deposit right here. And I can't find too many. I can find lead veins, but I can't find a deposit like this. Alright? So now what we're going to do is, again, we are going to open up, we're going to move our camp. And again, I'm just kind of sacrificing it just for this video, but I'm going to be, I gotta make a decision at some point. Let's go ahead. We're going to move our camp here. Okay. Once we have our camp here, we have our deposit. It doesn't have to be like, it could be the copper or the gold or crystal, whatever. You open up your build menu. You go to resources. And there we go. See the mineral extractor, so it knows what is going to go on. Put that bad boy there. And it just sits there. Again, it needs 10 power. We're going to get a little generator going here. I'm thinking about keeping this one. So I'm going to put a larger generator on it. This box one should do fine. Fusion core generator. Move them to the side a little bit. And again, it needs a wired connection. There we go. So now, just like at my camp, but that one's for copper. This one, as you can see, mineral extractor for lead. Okay? And or whatever deposit that you happen to find. And that's what I highly recommend when you're building a camp. Especially the junk piles. The junk piles are really, really useful. Because especially if you don't have, Fallout First and a scrap box with unlimited supplies, I find the junk extractor very, very useful to have. And I was just thinking, you know what? There's enough new people to the game with the Fallout TV series that's going on right now on Prime, and the big update we just had not that long ago. There's enough new people to the game that I thought, you know what? Let's make an up-to-date video for 2024 on how to apply these extractors and how useful, they can be. He hasn't collected anything yet. But yeah, there you guys go. And, I have 5 camps, and I'm slowly migrating them myself to various spots like this. Look at that lead scrap already. Just like that, guys. Again, just don't forget to lock it. Because if some people come to your camp, they will take it. Guaranteed. And that's up to you if you like that or not. But, there's a reason why you need this stuff. There you guys go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you get the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Boogaloo Bronson, Michael Edwards, Nigel Whiffen, Heather, White Tribe, Starwin 138, Rob Cole. Thank you all so very much. And I hope you all have a nice day.